Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to talk all about Siser Stripflock Pro and layering it on top of each other. So yes, you can layer flock as long as you use the Siser Stripflock Pro. It is the only flock on the market that I am aware of that you can layer on top of itself. So I've used flock before on this YouTube channel, so Flocked HTV. It kind of has a fuzzy texture, almost feels like felt on the surface. But when I read that you could layer the Siser version, I had to give it a try for myself. And my first idea was to make my own Varsity lettering. So if you're in love with the Varsity lettering trend, want to make your own sayings, don't want to order Varsity letters, Siser Stripflock Pro might be your answer. And it comes in a huge wide variety of colors. I'm just going to use 2 of those today. This is just a small selection of the colors that I found. I will link to a couple different options for purchasing in the description below this video, along with all the other supplies. So if you are on computer, click show more below the video. If you're on mobile and watching, click the arrow to expand the description or swipe up on the video depending on how you're watching. So now let's take a look at the supplies we're going to use. The supplies you're going to need are as follows. You'll need the Siser Stripflock Pro. Remember, only the Siser version of the Stripflock will layer on top of itself. And I'm going to use a weeding tool and a brayer for cutting my HTV. And then I'm going to put it on a hat. So I just have a hat blank, my hat press, and hat form. Now this HTV can go on shirts as well, but I thought the Varsity letters would look fun on a hat. So that's the project that I'm going to make. So what is Siser Stripflock Pro? So if I peel back the carrier sheet just a bit, you'll be able to maybe tell that it's kind of fuzzy, sort of like a felt texture to the HTV itself. Now it does still have that shiny carrier sheet that we'll put down on the mat, and we will still cut our design mirrored. Here's a look at the back, so sort of an opaque version of the color. So I'll take that shiny side, put it down on a mat. Now I like to use a green mat for this material, and then I like to use my brayer and just get it down really well on the mat. Because it's a thicker material, it has a tendency to curl up more than regular HTV, so you really want to press it down into the adhesive and make sure it's stuck down really well. Now let's take a look in Cricut Design Space at making our design. So let's make some Varsity letters to go with our Stripflock layering. So I am just going to choose some text, and I do like the Varsity letter font, and to get that I make sure Cricut fonts are picked, uncheck the current box, and search for Varsity. And I like the one that says Varsity letter. And then I am going to make it say Mom. And I do have it as bold. I do find it being bold helps the look a little bit, and I do like it better. And then I'm going to resize it about 3.5 or so. And then I'm going to move this over to the side, and we're going to pull down the offset box. For my offset, I want to make sure it's square. And then I can use the slider or type in this box whatever offset I would like. And as I do that, I can see that the offset changes over here, and I can decide what I like for my offset. So I'm going to go back to that 0.07. So you can see here at a 0.07 offset, I'm going to go ahead and click apply. And I'm going to go ahead and change the colors of these to the strip flock that I have. So the offset will be pink and the cut will be purple. So I like this offset for a few different reasons. I like the cutouts on the M, and I like the cutout of the O in the center. And I do like a thinner look around my offset. And you can make this look however you would like. I would just make sure that the offset is not touching each other, because you do want it to look like individual Varsity letters. So now we have 2 cuts, and we can move this off so you can see. So we do have 2 cut pieces, and we can use any Cricut machine to cut this material. So I am going to use my Cricut Explorer and click Make It. We will do on the mat and click Continue. And here I do want to mirror each of these designs, and we'll click Continue. Now let's head to our machine and cut. Then you can just load your mat. I have the fine point blade installed, and we'll press Go to cut. Then we'll just remove this and check our cuts. So then you'll just remove this from the mat. And I do like the glitter iron-on setting for this, so just like a little thicker than regular iron-on. That's what works best for me and my machine. And then I'm just going to kind of cut around the design here, and we'll weed everything away that we don't want pressed to our hat. Now the settings on this are 311 degrees, 10 to 15 seconds. So I went ahead and I have my hat press heating up, and I have it set to 311 degrees for 10 seconds, and that way I can press a little bit more if I need to. Hopefully I will not. And it is a warm peel. So I'm just going to weed everything away. It weeds really easily. Not a problem at all. And so you want to put your bottom layer on first. So in this case, pink is our bottom, and then we're going to add purple over the top. So we want to press the pink to the hat first. So now let's press our flocked. So I'm going to add my pink to my hat first. So first of all, I have my hat on the hat form that comes with the Cricut hat press. So I have that, and it's smooth across here. And I just want to preheat this material a little bit. That way we get rid of any moisture. The hat press has already been heated up. I did use a custom time and temperature for the hat press, so it is at exactly 311. And so we're just going to add the HTV here. And you may find that this sticks to your hat well enough with just the carrier sheet, or you might find that you need some heat tape. I'm going to add a couple pieces of heat tape to mine. I just find the heat tape holds it down a little bit better than just the carrier sheet. And now we'll just put the hat press on here, press go, and press down for that full 10 seconds. When it beeps, we'll remove that. And then it is a warm peel, so we'll just start peeling up. Again, I did it for just 10 seconds, so I just want to try on the edges. If it seems to be peeling up, we can go ahead and peel it up. Remember, this is your first layer, so if it's lifting just a little bit on the corners, we are going to press it another time. I think this looks really good for the first layer, so I'm going to go ahead and peel back this carrier sheet. And once that carrier sheet is off, we can actually reuse this piece of heat tape here. And we'll just add our second layer right on top of the first. Remember, only the Stripflock Pro will do this. Don't try this with any other Flocked HTV. And you do want to make sure the carrier sheet of your second layer completely covers the HTV of your first layer so that you don't burn anything, and mine does. Otherwise, you could use a Teflon sheet over the top, or the carrier sheet that you just peeled off could go over the top as well. I reused the same 2 pieces of heat tape here to hold it down. This time I'm going to put this in place, and I probably want to go the full 15 seconds. I didn't change the time on my hat press at all, so I'll probably just leave it on there about 5 more seconds after it beeps. Since it's a 10 to 15 second press, again, I'm pressing down with about medium pressure on my hat press. So that was about 5 more seconds. And again, warm peel, so we can kind of test the edges. We could press again if we think that this is not stuck completely. This time, both layers should be stuck down completely when you try to lift this. So I'm going to lift kind of from both sides and take a peek. And everything looks pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to peel this back. Just watching carefully, making sure nothing's lifting up. And everything looks great and stuck down, and my Varsity letter hat is complete. And there you can take a closer look at that flock and those Varsity letters. Again, you can make Varsity letters that say anything with this method. You could even layer more than this, so if you wanted like 3 layers on top of one another, you could definitely do that as well. I'm really in love with the fact that I can layer the Stripflock Pro and create projects like these. Whether it's on a hat or a shirt, give Stripflock Pro a try. So now, hopefully you know a little bit more about Siser Stripflock Pro and how to use it layered one on top of one another to make your own Varsity lettering or any other project you have in mind. So this is not only limited to Varsity lettering, I just thought that would be a cool application for this product. So it does make that texture of Varsity letters, and I can use custom words, any words I would like on hats, shirts, and so much more. Now, according to the website, it looked like it was for cotton poly blends, that type of thing, so you should be able to use it on most fabric surfaces. So hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions about anything we covered today, please drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you liked this video, if it helped you, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.